So a of t?
Yep, a of t equals t plus 4. V of 0 equals 2. And t is greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to 11. So it says find the velocity at time t for part A.
Good. So let's do that first, and then you will read on.
Yep.
So the velocity in part A, so v of t is t squared over 2 plus 4t plus a constant c. This prime is this prime is this prime is 0. We are given this condition, initial value. When the velocity is 2, t is 0, 0, 0, c. So v of t equals t squared over 2 plus 4t plus 2. And that answers part A.
Mm-hmm. So part B is find the distance traveled during the given time interval. So from 0 to 11.
Okay, so the total distance is the integral from 0 to 11 from the absolute value of the velocity. Now, we have to look at this function. If it happens that it's always positive on 0 to 11, we have a smooth ride. So I have to look at t squared over 2 plus 4t plus 2. If this is 0, somewhere between 0 and 11, then I have a discussion to make, and I'll explain in a minute. If this can never be 0, between 0 and 11, we have a smooth ride and we continue blindly. I'll multiply both sides by 2, of course. T squared plus 8t plus 4 equals 0. So t equals, I'm going to use the quadratic formula. We can use the calculator. You can use the apps and the polynomial feature. So negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac. So I need to approximate this to see if the negative solution is not between 0 and 11, so that's safe. But I need to check the solution negative 8 plus this over 2. So what is this? Is it 48 divided by 2? So this would be a negative value. It's not going to be between 0 and 11. Negative 8 plus the square root. I don't have to do this. It's clear, but let's divide it by 2. So it's a negative number, as expected. So there is no need. This is always a positive quantity on the interval 0 to 11. So there is no split. There is no plus and minus. There is no need to analyze the absolute value. The function is always positive. You can also graph it. Let me do this with a feature here. You can always also graph it in y equals let me, because I showed something yesterday with this, so that's why it's on. Okay, so 0.5 t squared and plus 4t and plus 2. And I'm only interested in 0 to 11. I don't care what the function is doing outside. Negative 10 to 10. With a scale of 2. So the function is way above the x-axis. It's always positive. I don't need to worry about anything. So you can also, let's say, let's go back 50. Okay, it's going on forever. It's always positive. So we have a very smooth ride with this problem. 1/2 t to the third over 3 plus 4 t squared over 2 plus 2t from 0 to 11. All I need to do is plug in 11. So 1 over 6 times 11 cubed plus 2 times 11 squared, which is 121, plus 22. So what do I have here? So this is 242 plus 22, 264. And to 264, so what is 11 to the third? 1331. 1331 over 6 plus 264. So 264 times 6 plus 1331. 2915 over 6 in meters. If they want an approximation, I don't know, you didn't read that part, so I don't know what they want. So you can enter it like this.
I don't believe, no, it just says find the distance traveled during the given time interval.
Okay.
It doesn't, oh, it says enter, when I click on it, a little box pops up, enter a fraction, integer, or exact decimal, do not approximate.
So 2915 over 6. That's the total distance in meters.
Yep.
Is this okay?
Yes.
Other questions? And I like to look at the properties of the definite integral. Unless you have something else that you want to work on before we do that. What if we have a piecewise defined function? Before you find something, I'll start with this. Let's say 1 over x for x greater than or equal to 2, and 1 over 1 plus x squared for x greater than 2. And let's say we are asked to, oh, less than 2. And let's say we're asked to find the integral from -3 to 4 from f of x dx. How do we write this? This is one of the properties of the definite integral. Anyone, please try.
We can split the integral into two.
Perfect.
One of them being 1 over x, or from 2 or -3 to 2, and the other one 2 to 4.
Excellent.
That one would be 1 over 1 plus x squared, and the other one is 1 over x.
Excellent.
Yes.
Which function prime is 1 over 1 plus x squared?
Is it arcsine?
Tangent. The sine and cosine have the square root in the denominator.
Oh, okay.
Which function prime is 1 over x?
Natural log x
Yes.
with the absolute.
Yes. So arctangent 2 minus arctangent -3. I don't need parentheses there. Plus natural log 4 minus natural log 2. Whatever that is. Good. Anything else you would like to work on? You name it.
Maybe like something on the net change there.
Yes, I'm ready.
Would I don't know.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. Which section was net? Right, that's the same
4.4.
one.
4.4.
Yeah, that's 4.4.
5.4.
I mean 5.4. Yeah. Maybe like 6 on the WEPA sign.
I'm ready.
Integral between -2 and 0.
Ah,
And then it's in parentheses 1/5 t to the power of 7 plus 1/8 t to the power of 6 minus t dt. Yeah. Yeah.
but this is not the net change theorem. This is just an integral, but that's fine.
All right.
That's fine.
Just do that then.
No worries. So let me dictate this back to you to make sure that's written correctly. The definite integral from -2 to 0, from 1/5 t to the 7th, plus 1/8 t to the 6th, minus t dt.
Yep.
Perfect. So 1/5 t to the 8th over 8 plus 1/8 t to the 7th over 7 minus t squared over 2 from -2 to 0. Luckily, when I plug in 0, blue, 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 0, but minus, don't forget minus. When I plug in -2, 1 over 40, -2 to the 8th, plus 1 over 56, -2 to the 7th, minus 1/2 times 4.
Why did you put the minus out front?
When I plug in 0, I get 0, minus when I plug.
0 minus, yeah.
So 256 divided by 4 divided by 2. So 32 over 5. 2 to the 7th power minus divided by 4. 16 over 7. and minus 2. Careful. This is minus, this is plus, and this is plus. So the least common denominator, 35, a 7, a 5, and a 35. Lazy people, lazy people. Negative 224 plus 80 and plus 70. Okay, so negative 224 plus 150 over 35. I get negative 74 over 35. And I'm going to check with number 9. Negative 2 to 0. No, I don't want that. I want 1/5 is, it doesn't matter. Okay. 1/5 x to the 7th power. No. Plus 1 divided by 8. X to the 6th power. And minus x. And x. So when I change this into a fraction, I get negative 74 over 35. So this was a definite integral. Anything else from these topics? Or from Weber sign, whatever you need.
I think I'm good.
Is
I think
anything,
so as well. I had one similar, but with different numbers, and I was able to follow along with what you were doing.
do you need help with anything else? Let's finish up the Weber sign, see if there is any left over.
Oh, here's question 13 on the website.
Done.
5.4.
Okay,
It's one of the acceleration ones where it's like you take the acceleration.
okay,
I'll just read it out. The acceleration function in meters per second squared and the initial velocity are given for a particle moving along a line. A t equals t plus 6. B 0 is equal to 2. And t or 0 is less than or equal to t is less than or equal to 11. So 0 and 11. Did we already do this one or?
Yeah.
Well, mine was plus 4. Yours is plus 6.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah, it seems like some are the same and some have just a slightly different number.
I see now. That looks similar.
is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Anything else? Any leftover?